You know, I kinda wanna change things up here at GRL Race Hub, so we're not gonna do an episode. Fuck you and good night.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend,
You're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars!
bad deal.
Cars that break down!
Thieves.
If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill,
You can kiss my ass.
it's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker!
You'll fall for this bullshit.
Guaranteed!
If you find a better deal,
Shove it up your ugly ass!
you heard us right.
Shove it up your ugly ass!
Bring your tray.
Bring your title!
Bring your wife.
We'll fuck her!
That's right, we'll fuck your wife.
Because at Big Bill Hell,
You're fucked 6 ways from Sunday.
take a hike
to Big Bill Hell.
home of challenge pissing!
That's right.
Challenge pissing!
How does it work?
If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet,
You get no down payment.
don't wait!
Don't delay.
Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off!
Only at Big Bill Hell.
The only dealer that tells you to fuck off!
Hurry up, asshole.
This event ends the minute after you write us a check!
And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker.
Go to hell!
Big Bill Hell's Cars.
Baltimore's filthiest
And exclusive home of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland.
guaranteed!
Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome, fans and drivers of GRL. This is GRL Race Hub. Today's date is Friday, July 12th, 2013. Real quick, I want to say to 21 and 12 and 25. We had some technical difficulties with the audio syncing up, and that's why we don't record these on PSN instead on NetSpots. So here I am for another week by myself. But, guys, today's race day. And today, GRL PS3 Racing returns to the home, to the place where GRL started back here on the PlayStation 3. And it's none other than by testing these drivers' physical and mental ability, by putting them to the test and having them race for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Today is the GRL PS3 2.4 hours. And so in this episode, we'll talk about looking up to the 2.4, and then we'll talk about a new series that will be coming back to PlayStation. I want to try to keep this as short as possible so that way we can have this uploaded as soon as possible. If you haven't seen it already, I uploaded a conspiracy video that originally happened 2 years ago, but I really want you guys' input on it, so if you haven't seen it, please go to the last video. It's called Conspiracy, You Decide. Also, I want to go ahead and say the schedule for today's 2.4. If you haven't seen it already on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram earlier this week, well, I'll go ahead and say it one more time. Please note that all times are Eastern. Starting at around 7 p.m. and once again, all these times are approximate. Could take more time, could take less time. At around 7 p.m. Eastern will be the drivers' meeting. Since we have 20 drivers on the entry list for today's race, yes, we just added another one. This all happened last night, so we now have 20 drivers on the entry list. It'll be 4 full PSN chat rooms. Since these chat rooms only hold about 6 people, we're gonna need at least 4 of them. Each chat room should take about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, so. And then around 7:35, we'll go on to GTA, the Ballad of Daytona. Please note that all of our PS3 racing is on the Ballad of Daytona, unlike Xbox 360 where it's on Grand Theft Auto 4. At around 7:35 p.m., we'll have our first practice session at Nürburgring, which will be about half an hour. At about 8:05 p.m., we'll have the first qualifying heat race, and that'll be at Toronto. 2 laps, 10 minutes approximately, no cautions. Also, for the first heat race, we'll be lining up however wide we want. At around 8:20 p.m., we'll have the second qualifying heat race at Toronto. 3 laps, that should take about 15 minutes, no cautions. And for that qualifying heat race, for the start of the second heat race, we'll do it via random.org. It'll be one of 3 different orders. It'll either be the same finishing order as of the first heat race, or it'll be the finishing order of the first heat race inverted, meaning the guy who finished last in the first heat race will start first, or we'll have the top half of the field inverted, meaning just meaning the top half of the field will be inverted. So let's just say 16 drivers are here. So positions 1 through 8 will be inverted. The guy who finished 8th would be starting first, and the guy who finished first will be starting 8th. And then for the qualifying main, this is the qualifying race that means everything. Of course, with us having 20 drivers on the entry list, we may have 19 because there's one driver who's still unsure, but let's go ahead and say 20. So That means there'll be 16 people in the qualifying main, and that's excluding the the 5 drivers who are already locked in. I'll talk about that in a minute. The top 11 finishers out of those 16 in that qualified main will advance. You have to finish in the top 11 to advance into the actual 2.4. And that'll be 1 lap around Nürburgring, the qualifying main, about 7 minutes, local yellows. And now let's go back to what I was talking about earlier. The guys who are locked into the field. There are 5 drivers who are locked into the field. That's 4, 12, 21, 22, and 77. There would be 6, but 88 has already said that he will not be showing up to the 2.4. So 5 drivers. In order to be locked in, you had to have either won a championship, an all-star race, or an endurance race, meaning the 1.2 or the 2.4. So that's how you get in. And then around 8:50 p.m. we'll have driver introductions. That should take about 5 minutes with 16 cars in the field. I got all of you guys' songs ready, so yeah. Also, I'm going to be recording the race and live streaming it. I'm going to try to fit this in real quick, as I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. If you want to watch our live stream for the 2.4, I'll be live streaming it via my phone through the Ustream app. Our Ustream is GRL Media, the same as this YouTube channel. And then I'll also be recording the race and uploading a highlights video. Our marketing executive, GTA Racer 25, will be recording the race and uploading it in full on his little TV network that he has, but I'll only be doing highlights. So that should be about a 15-minute highlight video out of that 2-hour and 40-minute race. And then at about 9 p.m. Eastern Time will be the actual race, the 2.4. Of course, the 2.4 is around 45 laps. It's about 45 laps around Nürburgring. It all depends on how the cautions play out. Could be more time, could be less, or could be more laps, could be less laps. And that's, of course, is 2 hours and 50 minutes, and that's including the 10-minute halfway red flag. Then around 11:50 midnight Eastern, we'll have the podium picture, and then around midnight 12:10 Eastern, we'll have the post-race interviews, which will be uploaded in a separate video here on this YouTube channel. I've explained it to most of you guys, to almost all of you guys, and almost all of you guys have seen it, but I went ahead and said the schedule again anyways. Now let's go ahead on to our next discussion, which is our new series. Because of all the hype that everyone's been around the 2.4 and the PS3 series, and everyone is finally getting back into it. We've had multiple drivers say that they'll actually legitimately dedicate themselves to this now that they have more time, now that it's summer. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and finish off the Season 1 of the Dash series. We had only completed 7 out of the 15 races that were scheduled. So we'll go ahead and finish those last 8 races. And then if competition and if people are still showing up, then we'll go ahead and do a second season. We'll try to see if we can squeeze that in before Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out. So like I said, resuming the Dash series, we also have a new track called Irwindale. Yet again, it's at the airport, so I'll show you guys later on in a lap around video. For those of you that were there at the official practice session yesterday, you know what Irwindale is. It's a small racetrack. It's almost like the Battle of the Beach on the Daytona backstretch. It's a lot of fun. We had a little mini race there with 10 people. So much fun. So we'll go ahead and add that to the schedule. Well, it's that time in the podcast, guys, where we gotta go to a quick commercial break. We'll come back and talk about the conspiracy, and we'll also talk about something else that I want your feedback on. It should be interesting. We'll go ahead and talk about that as we come back from a quick commercial break. You're watching GRL Race Hub, presented by Sprunk.
You're late to see your therapist. You're in a hurry. You've had a couple of martinis at lunch. Then someone or something gets in the way. What do? Leave the scene? Head for the border? Not with VIG Insurance. Now you don't have to worry. Call one of our claim representatives immediately, and we'll deal with the law. Silence any victims before uncomfortable litigation can happen. We insure against drunk driving, accidental gun discharge, and narcotics violations. VIG Insurance, because freedom equals peace of mind.
Remember this?
Let's go.
It's back this season on CNT. America's Next Top Hooker returns. Remember the drama.
Oh, God! Yo, bitch, you better make me my money.
Remember the joy.
I won the street walking section.
Can reality TV ever get any better?
One of you hookers is gonna be a winner.
America's Next Top Hooker. It's time to put women back where they belong. This is CNT. CNT has all your favorite movies. Wednesday at 9 Eastern. It's the smash hit movie, Bad Girls. Car Wash Fundraiser. Message of Hope. May not be suitable for all viewers. This is CNT.
Technology.
It's what a man needs.
Excelsior Extreme 9.
The Excelsior Extreme 9.
9 blades of glory.
Facial hair makes you look like a pervert or a hobo, or someone covering a scar he got tossing salad in the joint. Now take your shaving to the extreme.
Get closer.
It's a sports car, power lift, expensive watch on a Mediterranean beach of a shave at turbo quality levels. Technology has arrived at the razor's edge. Excelsior Extreme 9.
Welcome back here to the GRL Race Hub. Today's day is Friday, July 12th, and like I said, we'd be talking about the conspiracy video and something new. I want to go ahead and say that new thing. I really want your feedback on what should be our slogan here at GRL. Of course, we were kind of modding up the NASCAR slogan by saying everything else is stupid. It was almost going to be everything else is retarded. But we almost felt like there would be a lot of people that would be offended by that. So I want you guys to leave a comment down below and tell me, what do you think would be a good slogan for GRL? I want to try to make it spoofy and funny, because that's what Grand Theft Auto is. It's a spoof and it's a parody of real life, like you saw from those commercials. So yeah, I don't know what the winner will get, but the winner will get something. I'll say that. I'm not too sure, like what? But maybe a shout out or something. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Anyways, let's go on to the conspiracy video. Of course, that incident happened 2 years ago, and we still don't even know like whose fault it is. I'm not even too sure if we'll ever find a solution to this conspiracy. Of course, Casey Fan and 18, they say that it wasn't Casey's fault, who is now 31, but rather it was lag, the car was already on fire. I just don't know. It's just one of those unfortunate events. I mean, Angelo's 40 and A Wolfpack Fan, they made some really interesting comments by saying, well, if you looked at the car on the right, it was already on fire, but the car didn't blow up first. The car on the bottom left blew up first, so the conspiracy continues. And I kind of want to believe that. And then 25 comes along and says that maybe it was lag. It was one of those unfortunate events. But I kind of want to agree with him too, because if you pause at a really good time, you see Casey and then 24 comes along. When 24 comes along, he kind of hits the car surges forward, comes back, and then explodes, lighting 24 on fire, lighting 4 on fire, giving some damage to the 48 and the 22 machines as well. So, I mean, I'm not even too sure if we'll ever find a solution to that, but I mean, we've never had a situation like that since then, and I don't think we ever will. And hopefully we don't have that in Grand Theft Auto 5. Hopefully Rockstar plays it smart and we have the ability to turn off weapons and to leave cars on park. I'm trusting Rockstar that they do the right thing like they always do, and hopefully the online multiplayer has the same mechanics, so that way we can do so. Because if we can't turn off cars and turn off weapons, well then I don't even know what'll happen. But like I said, trusting Rockstar that they'll do the right thing. Like I said, I didn't want to try to make this episode so long, so we'll go ahead and cut it off here for this week. From everyone here at GRL Race Hub, which is normally me and 21, and then we had special guests 12 and 25, but then we had a little bit of those technical difficulties, so I apologize to them that they weren't able to be in this episode, but they'll certainly be in it next week. So, should be interesting. after today's events, we'll go ahead and talk about reflecting from the 2.4 and reflecting from the V8 Supercars and looking forward to the Dash Series next week. Thank you for watching GRL Race Hub, and we'll see you guys again next week.